All right, people. Man, do I have a story for you. A few days ago, I got scammed, and it was friggin' unbelievable. So let me tell you how it happened, right? So me and my wife, we go out. We go out to the Sukhmanvit district here in Bangkok, and we're walking around. You know, we had dinner. The night came to an end, so we headed back to our scooter. As we're walking back to our scooter, this guy comes up from behind. I didn't see him. This guy walks up, he puts his hands on my head, and he rubs my head. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn around, and he's like, oh, my brother used to be like you. And I'm like, what the hell? All right, so he made his brother used to have no hair like me, okay? So yeah, these dudes are out here preying on people's vulnerabilities, you know what I mean? So anyway, I go, oh yeah, sweet. And then his brother comes over, and his brother's like, yeah, man, I used to be just like you, like, and then, like, his hair, he's got hair now. And I'm thinking, all right, these guys, you know, they said they're from Dubai, so I'm thinking, maybe he's got a hair transplant, who knows? And then his brother turns around and says to me, I use this coconut oil you can get here in Thailand. And I'm like, all right, a little bit curious, you know what I mean? Like, I'm intrigued a little bit, like, you know what I mean? So anyway, the first guy, the one that touched my head, he's walked off now. And then the brother, he's like, yeah, you just get this coconut oil and a couple of herbs. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, you can get it from 7-Eleven. And I'm like, oh, sweet. Mustn't be a scam. If I can get it from 7-Eleven, like a couple of dollars, you know what I mean? Anyway, so he goes, I'll show you. And we go in this, I said, are you sure? Like, don't go out of your way. And he's like, no. And he goes, I'm just there. I say, okay, sweet. So we go into 7-Eleven and I grab the coconut oil. And like I said, it's a couple of bucks. So I'm thinking, oh, yeah, sweet. And he goes, you just add a couple of herbs, massage into your hair every night, and you know, within 30 days, your hair will start to grow back. You'll see baby hairs. And I'm like, oh, what I got to lose, you know? Like, I'm thinning out a little bit, man. Like, you know what I mean? And this guy, like, he's preying on my insecurities. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not really insecure about my head. I've shaved my head since I was young, so. But anyway, he walks off. We start to walk off, and then he's like, I'll tell you what herbs to get. And I was like, I'll just take a note on my phone. And then he's like, you know what? I'll take you. And he goes, we get it from the chemist. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, are you sure? Like, man, like, don't go out of your way. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, then let's go. And so we start walking towards a chemist, looking for a chemist. And then he bumps into this guy. Like, he just randomly asked some dude. And it wasn't random, okay? So apparently these guys knew each other, but they made it look really good, like it was fucking random. And yeah, I was like, where's this herb shop, rah? And then the guy points down this laneway. And then the guy's like, oh, we'll just go down here. And so I'm following this Dubai guy, and he's telling me how he's a devout Muslim and everything. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're sweet. You know, like that's mad. And I got a lot of Muslim friends, so that's hectic. And then we get into this herbal shop. And the guy's like talking to the lady behind the counter, and the lady's explaining to me, like, you've got to do all these, she had to do all these calculations and measurements. They're like, how old are you? We divide that by 4, multiply that by whatever. And then she's dishing out all these herbs into little portions, and she's like, we add like to the bottles. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, sweet, no worries. Like, still, I'm thinking the bottles only costed a couple of bucks, like these herbs cost a little bit. And then she's like, you gotta pay up front. If I pay first, I'm like, yo, I'll give him my card. And then, you know, she rings it through the first lot, and then she's like, oh, you need, also this is the last herb, like the last ingredient for it. And I'm like, okay, now I'm already in, let's get the last ingredient. And we get the last ingredient, and I'm up $800 now. But I'm thinking, you know, $800, it's not too bad. People pay thousands of dollars to get hair transplant done in, you know, Turkey and in Dubai. So I'm thinking, sweet, we're all good. $800, you know, if it works, mad, hectic. Anyway, I get my bottles and we walk out. And my wife's like, I think you were scammed. And I'm like, I don't know. I'll try it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? So as we're walking back to the scooter now, another guy comes up and does exactly the same thing. He puts his hands on my head, tells me about his cousin, and I'm like, motherfucker, I've just been scammed. I've just been scammed. Like, holy shit. And I'm like, bruh. And I said to my wife, what are we gonna do, you know? And then I thought, look, we'll just go sit down somewhere and, you know, have a chat, work out what to do. So go there, and then my wife's like, look, there's a tourist police. Maybe you should ring the tourist police. And I'm like, you know what? Hell, I'll call them. And we're about 20 minutes away from the shop now, like, because we went for a little ride to get a coffee. And I called the tourist police while we're having a coffee. And I explained to the tourist police what had happened. And I told him, that's it, I'm going back. I'm going to ask for my bloody fucking money. Like, and then he's like, well, we'll call you in 20 minutes, you know, before you get in there, before you get back there. And I'm like, okay. So I drive back to this herbal shop. And police ring, the tourist police ring. And they're the actual police, the police force. They have the police and then they have police for tourists. So they full speak English and everything. Anyway, I'm telling the copper on the phone, I said to the copper, mate, I'm going in, I'm going to ask for my money now. And he's like, all right, just keep me on the phone. I said, okay. So I open the door and I go in. And there's this African-American guy about to buy some stuff. This African-American dude. And I've gone in and I'm like, give me my fucking money. I want my money back right now. And the lady's like, no, please keep it down. I'm like, no, fuck, don't tell me to keep it down. Give me my fucking money now. And then she's like, please, sir, come out the back. And I'm like, all right, let's go out the back. We go out the back. And then when I get through the door, they open this door to the back and I go into the back. And there's this Indian dude, big dude, just sitting at this desk, like he's the Godfather or something, you know what I mean? And he comes over and he looks up at me and he's like, oh, have a seat. And I'm like, no, I don't want to have a seat. I go over in on his desk and I go, give me my money back right now. I want my fucking money back now. And he's like, calm down, sir, please, have a seat. I said, don't tell me calm down. I got my boys outside waiting. Like, fuck, man, I got to get out of here. I got to go. Just give me my fucking money. I got to go. Now, by the way, I don't have any boys outside. It's just my wife. I told her wait outside. So, yeah, I don't have boys out there. And he's like, I understand, sir, I understand. I said, dude, I want my fucking money back now. I got the police on the phone with me right now. The police are on the phone right now. And then in walks from this door, another door now, a back door, like there, a door at the back of the office. This guy walks in and he comes in and he says hello and that. And I'm like, dude, I just want my fucking money. Give me my money. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you your money. And I'm like, dude, I got the police on the phone right now. Give me my money back. And the other guy that just walked in, he's like, can I talk to them? And I'm like, yeah, sweet. No worries. Give him the phone. He gets on the phone and he's like, hello, Captain. And I'm like, motherfucker. Like the police are in on the scam. Like, what hope do we have? You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, you're just... I can't believe it. Anyway, so I'm blowing up the luck. I just can't believe it. Like the guy gives me the phone back. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, bro. I hung up on the copper on the phone because like, well, he's no good to me now. Like he's part of it. Like, holy shit. So I hang the phone up and I said to the guy, give me my money now, please. And then the other guy's like, how did you fall for this scam? And I said, you know what? That guy was telling me like how he's a devoted Muslim. Now I got a lot of Muslim friends and none of them have ever lied to me. Anyway, that I know of anyway. None of them have ever lied to me. So I said, look, the thought that you got this guy out here lying to people, like, it's just crazy. Like you're scamming good people of hard-earned money. Like it's actual freaking nuts to me. Like I said, I'm more pissed about the fact that he lied to me than I am about losing the money. But now I want my money. Like it's a principle thing. Now you're going to give me my money. The Indian guy's like, okay, I will give you your money back. I'll take the loss. That's what he said. He's going to take the loss. I'm like, bro, I don't give a shit what you take. So he starts counting out the money. Then the copper turns around. Like this guy now, he's clearly a police officer, the one that entered the room. He's standing there and he goes, oh, you have to pay the police force 15%. I'm like, bro. All right, look, take your 15%, give me my money. I'm out of here. Okay, see you later. I couldn't believe it. So I walk out and I'm like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like the police are in on this shit. Like what hope do the public have? What hope do tourists have? Like, anyway, so I got my money back and we head home. Now, even funnier story is the next day, me and my wife, we go to a little market and we're having dinner, little night market to have dinner, and we're sitting down, we're eating. And I'm telling, like, we're talking about the scam again. I'm telling her, I can't believe how I got scammed. Like, I can't believe it. And there was these two Canadian guys sitting on the table next to us. And they overheard me telling my wife, like talking to my wife. And he turns around and he goes, what was the scam? And I explained to him the whole scam. And he's like, fuck, I think I just got scammed. Literally before he got to the market, Some dude did the same thing to him, and he went and dropped $600 on some coconut oil. Like, it's just the craziest shit, you know, like how they can prey on people's, like, you know, like I said, their vulnerabilities is nuts. But what's crazy is like they do this a lot, okay? So be really careful when you're in Thailand. They were all from Dubai and India. Like none of them were Thai people involved, other than the copper who was a Thai bloke. But the rest are like, it is what it is. I pray that guy got his money back. I hope he did, because I told him just go and get your money back straight away. Like, fuck it, man. Just go and ask for your money back. Another big scam they do is weight loss. So it runs in conjunction with the hair loss. Like they target women, and they're like telling women, like, you know, you take this, rub this on your belly and stuff, and it'll eat away at the fat. Like, it doesn't work, dude. It's all a scam. The funniest shit is, like, I think about it now. How stupid was I to think that the cure for baldness was invented in some back alley in Thailand? You know, companies have invested billions of dollars on this, and here I was thinking that they found the cure for it in a back alley in Thailand. Yeah, what do you do? Anyway, guys, stay safe out there on your travels. Trust no one. Like, it's pretty crazy. And enjoy. Have a blessed day. Peace.